everyone, it's Kathy from Today House. Today is Wednesday, November 28th. Get this adjusted. I've been gone for a little while, as you can tell, but I wanted to do a quick video and give you some updates. I'm getting my Christmas stuff out, so I was like, wow, I need to get an update in. So, if you've subscribed and have stuck with me after my absence, I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming back. And if you're new here, I want to welcome you in. I think today's going to be one of my shorter videos, but we'll see how it goes. I'm Cattail. My naughty boy. There he is. But if you're new here, welcome, and if you've come back, I really appreciate you coming back and spending some time with me. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a video. Life has been extremely hectic. My work life is just consuming all of my spare time, and getting decorated, trying to get things done for Christmas, and then Thanksgiving was thrown into everything, and even though I had a 4-day weekend, I didn't get any stitching done, really. I was occupied every single day. I mean, obviously Thursday was Thanksgiving. What did I do on Friday? See, it's all starting to run together now. Forgot what I did on Friday. Saturday, my boyfriend was inspired to start cleaning out the garage, and I kind of had to strike while the iron was hot, so we spent Saturday cleaning out the garage. We made a lot of progress. The garbage people were probably not very happy with us this week because we recycled a lot of cardboard boxes and emptied things out and threw things away. And we're like, why did we ever move this? And so we did get a lot done, but it took all day, and it was cold too. It's been cold here. So, and then Sunday I was like doing laundry and cleaning and trying to get some Christmas decorating done. And we put up the tree, and we put up some decorations outside. Then we ran out to, I think it was Lowe's, and we got some decorations for outside. We got this like little lit Santa thing being pulled by a couple of reindeer, and Santa goes down every single day since we got. So we have to get extra stakes or something to secure it a little better into the ground. Because I kind of laugh. I'll text him while he's at work, and I'm like, Santa's down, Santa's down. So he's been fixing it when he comes home, or I'll fix it during the day, but then like today's windy, so it's over again. Some updates. Santa has made an epic return to our house, and I'll show you that in a minute. I don't know if you can see. Daisy's under the tree. We have it up, but we don't have it decorated yet. Orion's, they're curious about it, but they're not like trying to climb it, so let's hope that once the ornaments are on it, it stays that way. I don't have a lot in the way of videos that I've watched or anything. I've been watching people that I usually watch, and I think I'd previously mentioned when I can. It's just time is of the essence. So I'm going to get right into showing you some of the things that I finished previously, and then I'll show you my epic Santa. So the first thing, oh, this is awkward because I'm staying in the living room. The first thing that I've already put up is Winter ABCs, Little House Needleworks. And so I have the autumn one, the winter one, both done and fully finished and framed. I have summer is done, but it hasn't been framed yet. Should have been better organized. Let's grab these bad boys. This is, I think it's drawn thread. Little Lamb. I did this one years ago. And it says, Little lamb, my gentle friend, gives up his coat as snows begin to make my mittens, scarf, and hat, and I stay warm because of that. Isn't that sweet? I just love it. This is a Lizzie Kate. I think a lot of people probably have seen this before. It's Santa's wish list. Whiter chimneys, no pouting, better hours. Better hours, can't read in reverse, and more cocoa. So I have that one up. And at some point, probably in December, I'll do a little like video of decorations of the house if you're interested in seeing that. If not, then I won't. I believe this was also drawn thread. I finished this just a couple years ago. It's a little sampler. Ooh, some glare going on. I love that peppermint stripe border, and I originally had planned to make it into a bell pull, but then decided to get it framed. Just with the little house with the smoke coming out. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, it says. And then, oh, yep, finished it. 2016. So I have that one out. This is definitely drawn thread, and this was given to me as a gift, and I absolutely love it. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. And the tree, and the cardinals. I love this one so much. I just did this, I finished this last year, so this is its first time, or maybe the year before. First time up in this house anyway. Everything is the first time up in this house. This is, I love this one. The sentiment of it. It's one of my absolute favorites. Every year I look forward to getting it out. Little Robin Redbreast. To the window comes, seeking warmth and shelter, asking us for crumbs. Shall we not remember? All outside our door, whom the chill December finds hungry, sad, and poor. And this actually had a little charm wreath with the doves, but it took me a while to get it done, and I must have used that wreath for something else. So I just stitched in a little green wreath there. But it's one of my absolute favorites. I love it. Love it so much. And then finally, well, these are the frame pieces. I think this was a heart and hand, or I think it was a heart and hand, or maybe trilogy. This little snow guy. And then I have it in this frame. But I like the ones that are wintry, because you can leave them up, you know, probably through February and March, before you start getting into spring, and get a little more enjoyment out of them. The Christmas ones I do take down, but I leave up my winter ones a little longer. Some non-framed things that I have out. This was a primitive hair design. It was in one of the Just Cross Stitch ornament editions, and it's Bee and Elf. Isn't that cute? And I showed you in my last video, I got the Christmas box that has these similar characters in that design as well. So it's kind of a nice little cohesion of the two designs. I thought it was really cute. So I just have this standing up like up on a little table. Really cute. And then I keep all of my Christmas stuff that are non-framed in this box, so they're nice and safe throughout the year. These were Little House Needleworks. They were kits. They came with the Classic Colorworks thread floss, and then I Priscilla-fied them. Of course, I just did these last year. North Pole Express, and I just added like the pick, hot glued the pick, and the pick had the pine cones on it. Added a little twiny bow, and then there's the backing fabric on it. So that's North Pole Express, pulling a little polar bear pulling the sled. Really sweet. And then the companion piece to that is North Woods Express. And I love it. Fast stitches, really sweet. Just uses a few colors. Finished it the same way, so they kind of go together. Then they go in opposite directions. And it's funny because when I put them out, I was like, darn it, I should have had this pick on this side and this pick on that side so I could have them facing each other and going toward each other. But I have them in my China hutch, and I have one on the top shelf and one on a bottom shelf. So they're not next to each other, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I still love them. They still look so cute out. This was a Bent Creek snowman that I made as a stand-up. It's got a little flat bottom, so he just stands up. And he's a little, you can tell, he's like a weeble. He's just wobbling, and except for he does fall down. Yeah, so I have to kind of work with him when I put him out, squish him around, and get him nice and stable. But this was my first ever stand-up finish, and I used Vanna's tutorial on how to do a stand-up. And here's the backing fabric. It's like a very soft, flannel-y almost snowflake, trying to keep the cattail out. He's in the box. Honey, out of the box, please. Thank you. This was a just cross stitch ornament that I finished, Joyeux Noël. And it's actually, you know, it's kind of, if it's a funkier color palette for me, but I loved it. It really appealed to me. And then I used this like crazy, like painted, it's almost like it's painted swirls of paint on the back. So I did that. I have this little itty bitty stocking. I still have to stuff it with something. No idea what this is. I did this probably 20 years ago. It's got a little baby sheep on it. And this was, I think, one of those Pine Mountain kits, Noel. I think it's really cute. And then this was out of just cross stitches. Oh wait, no it wasn't. It was an ornament that I bought, and I can see the package, but I can't see, what's the name? I don't know. If you're interested in knowing what it is, let me know, and I'll go and pull the pattern. But it's like a Celtic design for an ornament. And I love paisley, so I used like a paisley fabric. And then just some twine on the side. Also used Vanna's tutorial for the twine, or for the cording. So those are all my non-framed finishes. And then something that I was really just anxious to share with you all, and try and keep the cat out of this. He's been curious about it all day. Secret Santa. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but I got this back from Jill Rensel yesterday, and I videotaped the unboxing of it, and I will insert that video at the end here. But and I'll warn you ahead of time, it was like I was like a kid on Christmas morning. There was no makeup, no hair done, no Lycra on the thighs. It was me in my rawest form, unpacking that thing and having a blast with it. But this is Secret Santa, framed and matted by Jill Rensel. And I think I'm going to have to back up for this. Okay. So let's make sure he's right side up. Oop. And back up some more. So this is it. And I put it right above the mantle. You can see how huge it is. I measured it. It's almost, it's like 27 inches high, 23 inches wide. So it is really, really big. And close so you can see the detail in it. I have to say, I mean, I don't know that I could afford to have everything framed by them, but be careful with this. Yeah. So here's the, look at like the little balls that they painted, and then they put like shadows and dots around it because when I saw the picture that they had sent me before they shipped it off, I was like, did they put beads on there? That's how, like, it looks like it has that kind of depth to it. And cat's moving the camera. But to get it even more, like, can you see the matting here is like a linen matting, and just look at the painting on it, and I'm just flabbergasted. I mean, I'm sure many of you have seen Rensel paintings, Rensel mats before, but, and even just the molding, they gave me several options. I originally thought I wanted a thicker molding on it, but I thought this kind of had like a little more whimsy feel to it, so I went with that. And that is Secret Santa. And it went right above my mantle. So like I said, I did film, I did do a film of the unboxing of it, and we'll insert that at the end if you're interested. But yeah, that was just, I sat here last night having a piece of leftover pumpkin pie, just looking at it. And the funny thing is, when I'm looking at it, I mean, it's everything together. It's the stitching and the framing. Like the framing and the matting is a perfect complement to the stitching. But when I'm looking at it, I'm looking more at the frame. And maybe that's just because I stitched it and I spent so much time with the stitching part of it. But I just was like, that frame and that matting is just... a couple of other little decorations that I wanted to share with you. This was something someone last year, when Little House came out with the Farmhouse Christmas series, it might have even been Priscilla, I'm not sure, but it might have been her. I got this at Cracker Barrel. Try not to destroy it. And it is a little paper barn that's lit on the inside with a little wreath and the little bottle brush trees. Isn't that cute? And the person, and I wish I could remember, I think it might have, well, maybe it wasn't Priscilla, it might have been somebody else. But you can see how the light goes off and on. Did the Farmhouse Christmas series and paired it with this. Isn't that sweet? It looks like this looks just like the barns in those designs. So I grabbed one. It was on sale at Cracker Barrel last year. I grabbed one and I just held on to it so that when I do that series, I have this to match with it. And like I said, it's paper. It's made out of like a corrugated cardboard. So it is rather delicate, but I really love it. Really love it. And it looks so nice at night when it's all lit. Did I just see the batteries on that? We're going through batteries like crazy. Like I have for a couple years ago when we were thinking about buying another house, I bought a bunch of like those fairy lights. But the batteries, like each pack takes 3 batteries, and I have probably 20 packs. It's 60 batteries. Just for the fairy lights. Never mind everything else around here that's lit wreaths and baskets and all sorts of things. But these are 2 of my favorite Christmas decorations, and every year I get them out. I had a hard time this year My mom's been gone for 12 years, almost 13 years. And some years are easier than others. I think that's probably true for most people. This year at Thanksgiving, I had a hard time. I was really missing her a lot. And she loved the Rockettes, and I love the Rockettes. And we went to Radio City, and I'll insert a picture here of me and my mom at Radio City going to see the Christmas Spectacular. But this year, really, like some years, I miss her, but I'm not. This year it hit me this year for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe because I'm so busy and crazy, and it just made me pause for a minute. But this was my mother's. She painted this when I was a child, probably 6 or 7 years old. She painted this, and when she passed away, it was like the thing that I had to have. And it's Santa's boot, and she put her name on it. And it's ceramic. And what I'll do is I'll get some candy canes like she used to do and fill it, you know, have the candy canes going around. And then when I was in elementary school, we had a room mother. Did you guys have that, room mothers? Who did ceramics as well and had made this for us. So every year I get out our boots, the mother and daughter boots. This one has a little thing of holly on the back. My mom's didn't. But I put out our mother and daughter boots. So when I found them as we were cleaning out the garage, and I was starting to go through the Christmas boxes, and I found them, and I was like, those are the first things out for me. So I'll put those little tiny candy canes in here and regular size candy canes in here, and my mother and daughter boots are out. So just thought I'd share that with you. It's one of my favorite things from my mom. Okay, I have a finish. And it is, 'tis the season, it's done. So I did finish, woo, it's a little dark in here. I finished it. I love it. I think I'm going to, I have one of those kind of like old wood long and narrow boards that I got at Michael's, I think. So I think I'm going to mount it on that and hang it on the wall. I'm not sure. You know, there's part of me that wants to get this framed. I'm just not sure which way to go with it, but I love it. And the thing is, it's riddled with mistakes. Like I think I told you when I first started somewhere over in this area, I was off by 2 stitches, and then when I kind of came around the other side around here, it caught up with me. But I was able to finagle it. I was able to get it to work out. So love it. Just love it. And I followed Amy Loves Toads. Amy's advice about changing the beak to an orange because cardinals have orange beaks and they have gray legs. So I did that as well. So that's my finish. I wish I had more finishes. You would think for the time that I've been away I would have been able to get more done, but my nights now have been spent trying to catch up on work. I'm just trying to keep the train on the tracks, so to speak. And then the other finish that I have is All Through the Night Jack. So here's the chart, and that's part of a stitch along. Lost and Floss is doing that stitch along. So I completed Jack, and honestly, it went by pretty fast. And there are 2 others, Henry and Harry, and I'm going to do those because again, they're snowmen, so you can keep them up all winter. Cute, right? I feel like I'm out of practice. I am out of practice doing videos. One of the other, it's kind of a whip. Not kind of, it is a whip. Is, actually, let me get one. Is one of these Mill Hill I was like, well, if I can't do major stitching, at least let me get some small things done. So I'm working on this chickadee. Daisy, do not bother the dog, please. She's sleeping. She's looking at the dog like, maybe I should jump on her. Bad idea. Whew. There we go. That's it. Organization, Kath. Organization. There we go. So that's how I started one of these chickadees. I'm going to try and get a chickadee done and a cardinal done. My sister is... We're doing... The other thing, added pressure. We're doing 2 Christmases this year. So we're doing the Christmas Day, traditional Christmas Day, with my boyfriend's family. And we're having it here at this house. So we're doing all the cooking and everything. We actually ordered an extra refrigerator to put out in the garage so we have room to store food. Not that we can't use that all year round because our refrigerator in the kitchen is kind of small. But even I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe we need to have 2 refrigerators because our refrigerator's so small. So we're doing traditional Christmas with his family. Typically, we would do his family, and then we'd go to my family's house, or go to my family, and then to his family's. But now that we are doing Christmas here, and Christmas falls on a Tuesday, my older sister's husband has to work the day after Christmas. My younger sister has to work the day after Christmas. So I said to my older sister, I'm like, well, what are we going to do? You know, are you going to come up? And my older sister lives in D.C. I was like, are you coming up? What are we doing? So they decided to come up the weekend of the 15th, and we're doing my family Christmas that weekend on the 15th. So I'm cooking dinner. I'm doing the whole shebang on the 15th. And then we'll do another Christmas on Christmas Day with his family. But then that weekend before Christmas, I said to my younger sister, we're going to exchange gifts, but it's kind of early. And so on the 23rd, we're going to do like extended family rounds and then come back here and just have like a little, tea and something to eat, something light to eat, and exchange our gifts on the 23rd. So it's a little closer to Christmas. It's like, I have to say, like, it's all adults in our family. We have no children in our family, no young children at all. Neither of my sisters have kids. I don't have kids. The youngest person in our family is 22, and she's in college. So it's, it's a grown-up Christmas, and you kind of get to do what you want and make your own rules. So that's what we do. Okay, a little bit of haul. This is about a month's worth of haul. So the first thing is not something that I purchased. It was sent to me as a thank you by Karen, who received one of my giveaways, one of my Pass the Stash charts from my last video, or the video before. Anyway, she reached out to me. I was able to get her chart to her, and she sent this to me as a thank you. Completely unnecessary. But I love it so much, and it was really, really sweet of you, Karen, so thank you. And it's the country cottage, the glitter village houses. It's the first one. Isn't that darling? I think I'm going to finish it kind of like that B&L, like a little flat fold thing. But I'm going to try and get this done this month. If not, it looks to me like it's a winter thing, and it can stay up all winter. It's got a little snowman on it. So cute. But thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. It was so kind of you and so sweet, and I really, really appreciate it. And I also hope that you're enjoying your festive little fobs chart as well. These are a couple of things that I picked up. I did get, and I just saw this And I know Kathy Barrick designs sometimes can be a little difficult to get your hands on, but this is a new release, so it should be easy to find. But it was the reindeer feet sack. Really sweet. There's also a sheep one out there, which has made it to my Christmas list, but haven't purchased that. Heartstring samplery, tinsel and jingles, and then mistletoe up here. Really cute. Little House Needleworks. This is Pine Top Lodge, which I really liked. And I got this one because I actually have a frame. It was inspired by the frame. Usually you get the piece and then you get the frame to match, but I had a frame and I was like, I need something to put in that. And heartstring samplery again, the winter fobs again, like all winter. These will stay out all winter. So, and I'm really like, I'm in smalls mode right now because of work. Working on larger projects is just, I need something that I can feel like I accomplish quickly. And so these festive little fobs are perfect for that, and they're really, really cute. And you know, Kathy Haberman does it again with that I Hear the Bells drum, hands-on design. Sweet, right? Comes with the velveteen, and then I also had the buttons, or the pins. Look at those pins, aren't they cute? I think she had Just Another Button Company make them specifically for this design. They came late, so not that I would have gotten to them anyway, but I do love them. Gobble Gob, part of the Plum Street Stacked series. Isn't that cute? And I love these. I think maybe because I just come back from Sturbridge when I saw these, and they have the salt box houses up there, or you see them on a pretty frequent basis up there, and I love them so much. They're so beautiful. So this is Autumn Salt Box. And then Waxing Moon, the Winter House Trio. So cute. So that's it in the way of haul. And one final piece of business, unfinished business. The 1952 Trouble had been the person who had been chosen for this chart as part of my Pass the Stash. I think it was two videos ago when I did it. And I still haven't heard from you. So if you are interested in this, you know, please get in touch with me. My email is below and my Instagram is below. You can message me on Instagram as well. But this has not been claimed yet, and I'm going to give it until Saturday or till Friday at midnight. On Saturday the 1st, I'll draw a new name, and in my next video, we'll announce that person if I haven't heard from you by Friday evening, and today's Wednesday. So so hopefully you'll see this and claim your prize. Claim your, not your prize, claim your piece, claim your chart. So that's it. I'm sorry, I know it's kind of rushed. Oh, this is my, I love these shirts. These are Life is Good, and the bears in the van with the tree on top, because I love the VW bus. All in. It's all in for Christmas time. Pretty neat. I'm excited. I wish I had more time to enjoy Christmas, but I'm hoping that the next couple of weeks there'll be the final push, and then the last couple of weeks people start to go on vacation. The last couple of weeks of the year. So hopefully it'll like slope off pretty quickly. And then I can take some time and enjoy the holidays too. And the next time, there'll be ornaments on the tree. Yay! So I want to thank you for stopping by and spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. And I always love reading your comments and hearing from you and spending time with you as well. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving if you were here in the U.S. If you were in Canada, you had one too, but I think it was earlier in the month, in November. I hope whatever holiday you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate any at all, I just hope you have a really great December. For those of you who are doing holidays, then happy decorating and baking and spending time with your family. And yeah, so I'll see you. You know, the cat, it wouldn't be the same without a cattail, right? Here. There you go. Let's see. Let's show him his face. Good boy. Yeah. So I hope you have a really great couple of weeks. I'm going to try to get back into the groove. Even if they're quickies, I'm going to try and get back into the groove. So, there he goes. Have a great couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. Peace. Hi, everyone. So, this is the box that Santa came in from Jill Rensel, and I thought I'd do a quick video of the unboxing because I hear it's quite the experience. UPS just dropped it off. We're getting ready, or we're starting to decorate for Christmas, so I have scissors in my hand, can you tell? So our tree is up, but it's not yet decorated. But I just wanted to do this quick video so to share the unboxing process, or the unboxing experience with you. Everyone tells me like it's it's an act of will to get this out of the box. So let's see what happens. And you'll have to excuse me, I'm in my sweats. It's taped very nicely with the big word fragile on top. Must be Italian. All right. Sorry about these awkward angles here, but I'm trying to get this where it's all box and not me. So, turn this, get a better angle. Wow, it's really taped. This is not a bad thing, because when you send something that you spent so much time and effort on and invested in the framing, it's nice to know that they take such care in shipping it back to you. Okay. So, and the box is super ginormous. It's a good thing it's recycling day today. It'll probably come while I'm doing this. It's huge. Let's see. See if I can do this without taking out the Christmas tree. Okay. So, step one, open the box. And there's tons of paper in here. Cardboard. And oh wow, I don't know if you can see this. It's an invoice, don't want to see that. But there's like this padded, it's like shredded cardboard on the sides, and this is nested down in that shredded cardboard. So, to remove the tape. So So they tape, I don't know if you can see this, in the shirt they've taped the piece to the padding around it so it doesn't shift. Stays nice and secure. I'll tell you what, this is not light either. Okay. Oh, taped on the other side. It's like quadruple taped. You're probably thinking to yourself, just rip it. Just open it. Let's see how big this piece is. Okay. Wow. Well, this is done all the way around as well. In the box. Are you kidding? It's so nestled in there. Okay, so that's the box that it came in, and then there's more paper and padding in the bottom of the big box too. A lot of padding. You can see why people are so thrilled in these boxes. Okay. So then this. Hang on a second, let me get that box out of the way. Okay, so just move the box over to the side. So this is the size of what was in. Let's see, there we go. It's kind of like the size of the square in the middle of the dog bed. So that's what's in the box, and it's also padded. And taped paper. Okay. Obviously, unwrapping Christmas presents at our house takes a long time. So there are two larger pieces of cardboard that are taped to the outside, and bubble wrap on the corners, and then another two pieces of cardboard over the glass. Let's get this bubble wrap off. Bubble wrap corners. Cardboard, and then another piece of cardboard, and I think this is the big, no, maybe not. Are you ready? Ta-da! It's ginormous. I mean, I received pictures from them of it, but you just don't get an idea of the size of it. and the depth of the matting. So let me hold it up a little closer for you. Can you see? Look at the painted corners. I mean, this just doesn't do it justice, but wow. Secret Santa's back from Joe Rensel. Get it back a little further. He's magnificent. Just magnificent. I'm a little choked up. I'm very proud. Very, very proud of this piece. It was a labor of love. So, whew, a little overwhelmed. So that is Secret Santa that I showed you that I finished a while back. Framed and matted by Joe Rensel at Rensel Studios. Arrived home intact, and I can't wait to put it up on the mantle, which I will do right now. And yeah, I'm thinking about leaving him up all year round. That's just, I'm at a loss for words.